What's the matter, game changer? Can't cut your tongue? We both know you're sitting there not even thinking about talking about Super Bowl Rumble. You're not even thinking about giving thanks to all the love and support from your fans, your friends, your family, for everything that you've been through these last few months. Now you want to talk about the people who dragged your name in the dirt without even knowing the full story. But let's face it, we both know what the truth is. It's not gonna matter, it's not gonna change their opinion. You wanna know what the saddest part of all this is? Is that you know, I know, he's right. You have too many distractions going on. Too many emotional affairs. And you think you stand a chance across the ring from him? You want to talk about favors? You know, he's just a phone call away.
Soul of Pro Wrestling 225, Corey Constantine. Somebody help me off this thing.
Hello? Yeah. Yeah, I'm here now. Yeah, it stinks. Anyway, yeah, Denham Springs. Yeah, Lockhart, yeah. Alright, so you are coming. You for sure? Alright, bro, I'm counting on you. I need you to handle this. I ain't got time to handle this. I need some backup, bro. Alright, so you want to be here? Are you sure? Alright, I'm sending the money right now. Cash out, Zelle, whatever you need me to do. Yeah. Alright. Man, get the hell out of here.
It is inevitable that Christian Blake will face Vladimir Koloff for this Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Championship. But as I said in Houma, there will be no distractions. There will be no asterisk next to my impending victory. With that said, that means a decision must be made. And Vladimir Koloff is going to be the one who makes it. So as far as I'm concerned, 225 Mania! Michael White, you need more Koloff!
Welcome, Pro Wrestling 225 family, to 225 Mania here on Unleashed. I'm Spencer Hunt alongside Landon Corbin, and we are coming to you from the LM Lockhart Gym in Denham Springs, Louisiana. And Landon, it is going to be one hell of a show.
All eyes are on 225 Mania. We have some exciting returns. We have championships to be defended here at 225 Mania, but we are kicking everything off with Vladimir Koloff, our heavyweight champion, going one-on-one against the despicable Michael White.
Also on tonight's episode, former members of Disobey, JTM, and Brandon Collins go one-on-one. And in our main event tonight, Level X has a chance at retribution from Power Up in a tag team match against the Killjoys. Let's get you set for 225 Mania.
Introducing first, from Patterson, Louisiana, weighing at 210 pounds, Michael White.
We want to welcome you into Unleashed. And we want to welcome you to 225 Mania with perhaps the most unwelcoming sight I can imagine to kick things off, Landon.
Some welcome. Here comes Michael White, the man who has dedicated his career to the detriment of Pro Wrestling 225. We had a year plus of what just felt like a breath of fresh air, so many great things, and now he is back. But you know, I can't be that mad because we're about to see this man across the ring from the greatest heavyweight champion in the history of Pro Wrestling 225, and he's gonna once again get what's coming to him here. Such disrespect from Michael White. From the second he walks out here to the second he gets back in the whatever awful piece of junk he drives, he just threw his vest at George Strong.
It's important to note, Landon, this is a non-title match. This is just Michael White being the ultimate thorn in the side of the heavyweight champion, Vladimir Koloff, who is 1 week away from hitting his 1-year mark as champion.
From Moscow, Russia, weighing at 102 kilos, he is your Pro Wrestling 225 heavyweight champion, the Russian Destruction, Vladimir Koloff.
And the champion looks in rare form here tonight, Spencer. Did you just get a pass?
Times, they are a-changing. Michael White, we both thought was a Christian Blake problem. But after Power Up and after Michael White continued to run his mouth, Vladimir Koloff has stepped up to handle Michael White now so that he can get Christian Blake one-on-one with no interruptions when Christian Blake is finally able to cash in his shot at the heavyweight championship after winning the Super Gold Rumble.
Vladimir Koloff, the newest Overboy, Spencer.
I don't think that. I think that's a little too far, I gotta admit. Vladimir Koloff, Michael White, what a crazy, crazy start to the night.
Listen to the fans here.
Wait, Landon. Look at who is here. Yes, that is Suge White. And now Michael White taking advantage, using the distraction. This match has not started. What the hell is Suge White doing here?
Hasn't even been a bell. What is this mugging on the heavyweight champion?
Oh, Suge White plants Koloff.
What the hell is this?
Did Michael White bring Suge White here tonight just to beat down the champion?
What the hell's going on here?
Koloff is helpless in there 2-on-1. This isn't a match. This is why Michael White accepted. This was his plan the whole time.
But what does Suge White have in this?
This is unbelievable. Another despicable act from a despicable man.
And the champion's defenseless in there. It was just a mugging. And Michael White's eating it up. Wait a minute.
No. Is he here? Listen to Denham Springs, Louisiana. He's here! The game changer has arrived at 225 Mania!
And coming to the aid of Vladimir Koloff.
Well, we know Christian has a massive score to settle with Michael White, but he also has his eyes on the Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Championship. Is Christian gonna take this as a moment to capitalize on the champion?
Well, you know Vladimir Koloff would do the same for Christian Blake. We've seen he's got Blake's back over the past several months, Spencer.
Wait, hold on now. Hold on. Christian turning his attention to Vladimir Koloff. He knows he's got the heavyweight championship match coming up next. Oh! The super kick to the hired Suge White.
Nearly took Suge White's head off and Michael White got out of dodge. Holy cow. We just got news from President Jordy. Hang on. Stand by for
Christian Blake helping Vladimir Koloff to his feet. Unbelievable.
Okay, Denham Springs, Louisiana. Straight from Pro Wrestling 225 President Georgie Puyol. Our main event this evening is now going to be a tag match.
Are we gonna see it, Spencer? The unthinkable.
We will have Suge White and Michael White teaming up against Christian Blake and Vladimir Koloff.
Michael White is incensed. His plan coming into 225 Mania just blew up in his face. And now the main event is set, Landon. We are gonna see Vladimir Koloff and Christian Blake on the same side to finally put a nail in the coffin of Michael White.
I can't wait for it. You can't wait for it. All these fans here in the Lockhart can't wait for it. Just listen to
What a start!
it. These two men will be facing each other for the Pro Wrestling 225 heavyweight title. But tonight, they do battle together.
It looks like after all 6 months or so of Vladimir Koloff asking Christian Blake to trust him, it looks like he finally earned that trust here tonight at 225 Mania.
Look at this! What a trophy! This was amazing! What an amazing night it was for us, for the Killjoys! Clean slate all around. You won your match. I won my trophy. And Wes and Corey are the new tag team champions. And here we got Orion wanting to challenge us. Orion! It seems like you did not learn your lesson. So you want to challenge me in Brooklyn to a mixed tag match. That just means that I can take all my frustrations not only on you, but on Dream Girl Ellie. It means you can take all your frustrations out on Ellie and Orion. What do you gotta say about that?
I mean, I think I have to. Who can say no to that, you know?
Orion! Ellie! See you soon.
So let's keep things rolling with our next match this evening. The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Dangerous Road, weighing 135 pounds, risen, Brandon Collins.
Let me take you back to Fright Night. Brandon Collins versus Simon Phillips versus JTM in the Disobey triple threat. Brandon Collins came out on top, Landon.
Let me tell you something. Risen Brandon Collins right here back in Denham Springs. This man is fired up, and he is ready to take on his former brother right here tonight. We've seen the trajectory JTM's career has been on. This man challenged for the 225 Heavyweight Championship not too long ago. What would another win against this man mean for Brandon Collins' career?
I think this is a true test, right? JTM came up just a little short against Vladimir Koloff. What's gonna happen tonight against Brandon Collins? One of these two guys needs this win to further themselves in the singles division in Pro Wrestling 225. Who's gonna be the greatest of Disobey? Is it Brandon Collins or is it this man, JTM?
And his opponent, from Dangerous Road, weighing in 210 pounds, the greatest JTM.
Tell you what, we better buckle up. This thing is just got one of those vibes that feels like we are in for a treat. I mean, just think about it. The years that these men have spent side by side, they know each other so well. We could be looking at a match of the year candidate, Spencer.
Nobody fights harder than family. JTM and Brandon Collins, as close as brothers, as we know. The tag team championships together here in Pro Wrestling 225. The, combined hatred of Simon Phillips makes a lot of sense. That'll bring people together. But tonight, friendly competition.
Yeah.
We'll see how long it stays friendly.
He's getting ready to start this thing off, and here we go.
What does Brandon Collins need to do here in a singles match against JTM to try to pick up the win? What does he need to do style-wise, Landon?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he needs to stay on his toes, right? Keep JTM guessing. And that's going to be really tough to do because JTM, we've seen, is maybe at the peak of his career. He's bringing some of his best stuff to the table. We saw in that fantastic heavyweight championship opportunity he had against Vladimir Koloff. So Brandon Collins is going to have to pull some bags out of the trick that maybe he hasn't in a long time.
Wait, small package there. Almost got Brandon Collins. Look at that. Listen, again, these guys know each other so well.
They really do.
I think in order to get a win here, it's going to take something to surprise the other.
I think you're exactly right. JTM got this side headlock in here tight against Brandon Collins.
Well, obviously JTM has the power advantage, but that's not something Brandon Collins has ever been afraid of. Always the underdog, but always underestimated.
It's as scrappy as they come, and you've got to really pay attention. Whenever he goes to the top rope and he can get there quicker than a hiccup,
Here we go.
Turns things around, shoulders down. Oh, JTM finds the escape there, but right back into it and back into that side headlock for JTM. Brandon Collins quickly finds the escape this time, very smart, but look at this, couldn't avoid the shoulder tackle. And that's going to do a lot of damage here early. Brandon Collins got to be really careful to avoid, and hops over this time, and beautiful.
Wait, I think he did not get all of that drop kick there. JTM was able to counter and there turns it in to the cover there, but a kick out at 2.
I think you're exactly right. JTM able to shake off that. Wait a minute, saw that
bend
coming.
over.
Brandon Collins spills over to the outside, but JTM wasting no time. on the apron, and forearm diving from the apron just crashes into Collins. What a connection.
And there is no padding on the floor out here in Denham Springs. That is just hard surface there. Nasty landing for both men.
JTM putting his whole body on the line here tonight to pick up this all-important victory right here at 225 Mania.
Tosses Collins back into the ring here.
JTM's done a really great job of centering himself lately. You know, it's one of the things that we've seen he's had an issue with. Wait a minute, Brandon Collins
gets that boot all the way up.
And it's scouted. We've seen JTM in the past have some trouble keeping a cool, calm composure, and he's done a really great job of that here in recent months.
We know Brandon Collins is comfortable up here. There he goes! Sends JTM across the ring. And Brandon Collins proved at Fright Night how good he is. He can win at any time. Will he win tonight?
Collins
nice swinging neck breaker there. Cover on JTM and a kick out at 2.
Brandon Collins is heating up in there. He needs to.
Yeah, Lane, I was just going to say, you can't let him, if you're JTM, pick up the pace like that and really find the momentum, because he will use it on you and you'll be down for a count of 3 before you know it.
Look at that, just like that, JTM back on the offensive, and oh man, just goes crashing, delivering those elbows. JTM, another reverse elbow right to the back of the skull.
Textbook there from JTM. We've seen it time and time again. Pulls Collins across, cover there, shoulders are down, and a kick out at 2.
Brandon Collins needs to find a way to keep JTM off of him just for a second to collect his breath. Look at this, JTM right back to the offensive. We've seen him go to this well. Fisherman, no. Brandon Collins had it scouted. Look at this, just like this. Brandon Collins tries to get him up, turn things around. No, he does!
I think he was able to turn that into a DDT, and it almost was enough for the win, Landon.
JTM tried to use that power advantage, but it was the velocity. Brandon Collins just knows how to twist that body, manipulate the situation into his advantage. Very, very impressive.
Hold on, here comes Collins.
On the brakes, no. Gets more speed. Oh my God! Brandon Collins, Tope Suicida, just dives straight through the ropes and catches JTM on the outside.
And definitely got enough of the greatest JTM there as our official DJ Petrie starts the count. Brandon Collins never one to shy away from high-risk behavior.
How many times have we seen him do that exact same thing right here?
Ooh, big chop from JTM.
But I think that's the first
Still
time I've seen
fighting
him do
on
it
the
to
outside.
JTM.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Wait here. Oh! Drops Collins onto the apron. And that could be it for Brandon Collins.
Brandon Collins going to be in a lot of pain right now.
JTM not going for the cover, though. What's he got in mind? Wait, Collins.
Fighting through.
Trading forearms here.
Tell you what, neither one of these men are going to go down without a fight. Oh! Hard shot here from JTM. What's he got here? Dialing up a power bomb for Brandon. No, Brandon finds the escape. And oh man, step up Enziguri catches JTM right in the temple.
But wait, goes for another kick. Not able to get it. JTM going for it. He's got it locked in the figure 4 in the dead center of the ring.
And he's got that in tight there. You can see just Collins' just leg is totally twisted. That's disgusting.
I don't know that Brandon Collins is going to be able to get to the ropes.
Oh man, this is Collins just reaching out desperately, trying to find an escape, but you're right there in the center of the ring. He turns it over.
Pressure has been reversed now onto JTM.
Like he used the weight of JTM's own body to use that momentum
to spin him over. That's absolutely right, Landon. JTM has to grab the ropes to break the hold now. But is the damage done, Landon?
Tell you what, this thing has not disappointed. I would be shocked if Brandon Collins is still at 100% after this, but oh my God, lands on his feet. Gets that leg all the way up there, and oh man, JTM with the return. This thing has been back and forth all the way through, Spencer.
Absolutely turning Collins inside out.
really incredible offense. It just seems like no matter what one man has in store, the other one's got the next step ahead of him. It could come down to whoever gets to their feet here.
Official to a count of 5 now. Of course, the competitors have to a count of 10 to get up. Looks like Brandon Collins is making his way to his feet, using the ropes to get up.
Very comfortable in that corner, and just like that, up in the middle rope.
Crossbody.
Perfect crossbody gets caught by JTM.
JTM, no problem.
Oh no, dangerous territory with the fireman's carry. Brandon Collins trying to fight out with those forearms. Wait a minute.
No! The poison Rana.
Plants JTM on the top of his skull. Spencer, JTM isn't moving.
Can Brandon shoot the half?
Might have it one right here.
Wait, he's not going for the cover. He's got something else in mind. Oh, big knee drop there.
What a knee.
And now,
You know if he hits this, it's as good as over.
Yep, we've seen this. It's what won him the triple threat if he can climb up there and hit that Risen 5-star.
JTM risen to his feet. He catches Brandon Collins. Man, that's... Collins is in trouble here.
Oh no.
We've seen JTM in this position. Oh my God! Tombstone, and this could be it, and it is.
Here is your winner, the greatest, JTM.
Absolutely brutal from JTM there to put Brandon Collins away. You have to hope he's okay.
Brandon Collins took a lot of damage in this one, but I mean, the fight never left him. He was in this thing to the bitter end. But JTM here tonight at 225 Mania picks up a very important victory.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are family, right? They've been up and down the road together. They've been tag team champions. They've done it all together. And yes, they did not hold back when that bell rang. But the mutual respect is there. A great showing for both Brandon Collins and JTM tonight.
It's time for us to get set for the main event of 225 Mania Night 1 here on Pro Wrestling 225 Unleashed. Here in Pro Wrestling 225, it's become very clear your success is tied to who you've got by your side. Let's take a look at the first ever official power rankings for the factions here in Pro Wrestling 225.
Landon, as you can see, the Killjoys have the #1 spot in our initial rankings thanks to their 3-0 performance at Power Up that included Wes Warren and Corey Constantine gaining the Pro Wrestling 225 Tag Team Championships. That puts them above teams like BRE and The Pillar. But can they hold on to that top spot? We're going to find out at 225 Mania. But we were able to check in with Orion and Level X at the end of Power Up to get their response from Lucha Locura taking the mask, the trophy, off of Orion.
No. I didn't forget anything. Something was stolen from me, okay? Something was taken away from me. And you know what? Maybe I'm tired of being the guy that always smiles it off, makes everybody laugh. Maybe I'm tired of being this guy, okay? You know what? Lucha, you wanted to end the Sultan of the Sky, Orion X. That's what you set out to do, okay? That's what you did. But in doing so, Lucha,
You've opened a Pandora's box. You've let loose a vision. You've opened the box, and now the lights are more blinding than you could ever imagine. So I'll tell you what. You don't want the masked man anymore? That's fine. That's okay. April 5th, Denham Springs. Bring your little minion, Brooklyn. I'll bring the dream girl, Ellie. And I will show you who the Vision Orion is.
The voting contest is a mixed tag team match scheduled for one fall.
God.
Time limit.
Every time.
Introducing first, representing the Killjoys, the team of Black Dog Prodigy, Brooklyn Barrett, and Lucha Locura.
It has been the year of sin in Pro Wrestling 225. It feels like all the momentum is with the Killjoys. And look no further than what Lucha Locura and Brooklyn Barrett did to Dream Girl Ellie and Orion at Power Up.
The Killjoys were on a completely different level at Power Up, Spencer. And just the actions that they were able to stoop to, I just can't believe it. What brings us to tonight, everything that they did to Dream Girl Ellie and to Orion, absolutely disgusts me.
It's the most disrespectful thing you can think of. For Lucha Locura to put his hands on Dream Girl Ellie, and then of course, removing the mask of Orion. Why? It doesn't make any sense. There was no need for that. It doesn't get much lower than that in professional wrestling, but we have known for a long time that there is no limit to how low Lucha Locura can go.
And their opponents from Tampa, Florida, Dream Girl Ellie.
Well, here's Ellie.
And here comes Orion.
And her tag team partner from Fort Valley, California, weighing in at 205 pounds, the Vision, Orion. They are Level X.
What kind of mood is Orion in tonight after the actions of Lucha Locura at Power Up?
Orion has tapped into some sort of darker side, Spencer. Look at that demeanor on his face. Absolutely staring right through Lucha Locura. I mean, Orion, we saw. After that moment at Power Up, he left Pikachu behind. I think he left a part of himself behind in that ring along with his mask. Level X ain't here to play. Just look at that look from Orion.
He has not taken his eyes off of Lucha Locura this entire time.
Girl Ellie on the apron here. Orion clearly wants to start things off with Lucha Locura. Looks like that's exactly what we're gonna get.
The Killjoys and Level X here at 225 Mania. Level X with a massive score to settle. But can anybody knock off the Killjoys right now?
They're as hot as a team can get. And Lucha Locura, who seems to, like you said, be on a complete other level. It seems like he's made a lot of predictions this year going into this match and going into every show, and every single thing that Locura has said this year has come true. Orion calling for Locura to lose the mask.
We are seeing the authentic Orion here tonight, the Vision. As he switches things around, beautiful work getting Locura off of him there. I don't know that Locura really understands what he did when he removed the mask of Orion.
I mean, just completely unlocked some sort of complete other side to Orion. It looks like Lucha Locura wasn't quite prepared for this sort of aggression from Level X to kick things off.
But it's hard to imagine that there is anyone in the Pro Wrestling 225 locker room that changes the game plan on the fly better than Lucha Locura. So we'll see how he responds here. Underneath Orion, going for the hip toss. Orion switches things over.
Whoa.
Locura lands on his feet.
Holy cow.
Oh! Orion less than impressed.
Keep your eyes on Orion. Look at this. Drives that face against the knee faster than Locura could possibly see coming. And wait a minute.
Off the ropes, drop kick. Takes Locura down, and Orion is fired up tonight. Here we go. Locura does get out of the way. Not a moment too soon.
Still the Sultan of the Sky, Orion.
I mean, just that stare as Locura has had enough.
Locura needs a second to regroup here.
In comes Brooklyn Barrett, former two-time women's champion, already in her young career here in Pro Wrestling 225. I don't know if you noticed, Orion has not yet made a tag.
Well, I think he's kind of disappointed.
Oh! I think he was going to make the tag, and Brooklyn stopped him.
Clearly Orion wanting to wrestle Lucha a little bit more, but
Brooklyn says, now that I got my lick in, now you can go tag in. Wait! Oh, boy.
Oh, no. Brooklyn's in trouble. Oh!
Tosses her up and drops her. Just gets her out of the way, and in comes the inaugural Pro Wrestling 225 Women's Champion, Dream Girl Ellie.
And Ellie's got a bone to pick with the Killjoys as well.
Absolutely. The last thing,
That scorpion kick.
the last thing you want is to piss Dream Girl Ellie off.
You could say that again. She's got a feisty side in there. Oh, man. Just plants Brooklyn Barrett.
And look at this. The stare down. I mean, this thing has been intense from the jump.
She remembers exactly what Lucha Locura did to her as well.
Off the ropes.
Look at this clothesline.
Cover on Barrett and a kick out.
Level X feeling a little heartless in there tonight. Wait a minute.
Wait.
Oh.
Ducks under. Locura went for the cheap shot. Dream Girl Ellie was ready.
Could say he didn't deserve it. Oh, come on.
Oh, no.
Lucha Locura not taking too kindly to that, and Orion.
And that's the kind of game plan the Killjoys are known for. Cover. Kick out there. But now you have to think the momentum has shifted into the corner of the Killjoys.
And the match just shifted into that corner. In comes Lucha Locura. Snapmare in. Brooklyn Barrett rolls through, hits that leg like we've seen before. Here we go.
Tandem offense from the Killjoys.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
There's the tag.
Ellie needs to get to Orion
Lucha's not letting it happen.
because, of course, Lucha has no problem throwing a forearm into the face of Dream Girl Ellie.
Back in comes former two-time Pro Wrestling 225 Women's Champion, Brooklyn Barrett.
Scoop and a slam to Ellie. Scoop and a slam to Barrett on top of Ellie. Holds on for the cover. And two there from Dream Girl, who desperately needs to make it to the corner.
I think you brought up a good point earlier, Spencer. What are the motivations of the Killjoys in this instance? I mean, what could possibly drive someone to just ruin the life, ruin the career, or at least try to.
Tag in again to Lucha. Just when Ellie was moments away. It's because Locura and the Killjoys do not care about anyone but themselves. They don't care about ending careers. As Ellie, is able to flip Brooklyn Barrett over.
Can she get to her corner?
Ducks Locura. There goes the tag to Orion. Here he comes.
Oh,
nice
man.
clothesline taking Locura down.
Look at
Back
that
elbow
speed.
does the same.
The speed Orion's able to get so quickly.
Ooh, beautiful kick there. A tag into Barrett, who eats a boot from Orion as well.
Orion's not done with Lucha Locura. Up, no, Locura finds the escape, ducks under the clothesline, and now, oh no, eats that boot.
Going for it again, we saw this before. Absolutely picture perfect. But we know Brooklyn Barrett is actually the legal competitor.
Orion just discovered this, but Brooklyn Barrett got Orion right where she wants him.
Well, that's the kind of confusion that the Killjoys are used to doing, and just right now they made a tag to Lucha, but I don't know that Orion noticed it. All Orion did was catch Brooklyn Barrett.
Dangerous territory.
Oh,
and oh my God!
And again, Barrett's not the legal competitor, and Orion can't believe it.
It's like no matter what Orion does, Killjoys are just one step ahead of him tactically. But wait a minute, Orion.
And the shoulders down, kick out there. Orion knows who the legal man is now. Big back elbow. Off the ropes, here he comes. Tilt-a-whirl.
Lucha stops his momentum. And, oh man, just plants him over his shoulder. And just like that, the Killjoys have regained the momentum in this match.
Cover, and Ellie in there to make the save. Good call, keeping things alive for Level X. But Lucha doesn't even let her get back to her corner.
Like a horror movie.
No.
Come on.
There's no reason for this. But Ellie is able to fight out of it.
Oh man.
Beautiful kick there between the ropes. Gets Locura in the midsection.
Just so smart and Dream Girl Ellie. And have you ever seen a German suplex quite like that?
Brooklyn Barrett is the legal competitor now.
Step up knee right to the mush. Delivers those knees to Orion now. Now Brooklyn Barrett trying to get some more offense into the Sultan of the Sky.
Pushes Barrett off, but Barrett charges immediately back in with the drop kick there. Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean, there's just too much of a power advantage in this scenario.
Orion's got Brooklyn Barrett. Dangerous, dangerous backbreaker. I mean, just look at tossing her around like a rag doll.
Tag into Ellie. Barrett fights her way out of it, though, and Ellie wasn't able to get to the top in time. Orion shoved into his own partner and then knocked out of the ring. Advantage Killjoys. As soon as I say that, Ellie's able to fight her way into the ring and just throwing forearms from the left side over and over again.
Dream Girl Ellie absolutely fired up here.
Look at them at the top. Dream Girl Ellie trying to get in position for what could be a superplex, but Locura comes out of nowhere, taking Orion down. Oh no.
And just as it seemed like Ellie had Brooklyn where she wanted, oh! Just, Lucha Locura just,
and then putting Brooklyn Barrett on top for the cover. Our official has to count. But wait, Ellie, a shoulder up at the last moment. I thought that was it.
Lucha Locura just sacrificed Brooklyn Barrett to do all that extra damage to Dream Girl Ellie. But somehow Ellie survives.
But Ellie's alone by herself in the ring, and Locura's got her. But wait, Orion in to make the save. Here comes Orion. Big, big springboard forearm. sends Locura flying.
Look how fast Orion was able to get back into his corner.
Here we go.
Stroke of midnight.
Coming right up. Nailed it.
And that's gotta be it.
Tag into Orion.
Level X got Brooklyn right where. What's Orion thinking here? This is clearly more than just about winning a match here for Level X.
Look at the lights.
Oh my God! Unbelievable!
The Killjoys went into Power Up and took what they thought was everything away from Level X. Level X shows up to 225 Mania with a different look in their eyes. And they get their revenge and then some, as Level X has left the Killjoys looking up at the lights tonight.
Brooklyn Barrett's not going to get up for a week. Orion's eyes are more open now than they have ever been.
Absolutely fantastic from Level X tonight. The Killjoys had all the momentum. Starts to feel like it may be slipping away.